Good morning. I'm Colleen Derrick with Swagers Insurance Services, and I'm a financial planner. Welcome to the month of July and our topic, Reset. Reset can mean so many things to so many different people, and I don't want to limit our scope this month, but rather try to anchor really into some foundational fundamental principles that can apply across all of these avenues. Our motto for Reset is to turn your plateau into a foundation for new heights. What does that mean? Well, it goes back to what does reset mean? And reset, I think we can say essentially means to go back to the beginning. And sometimes that means we actually move back to a beginning, or sometimes that means we create a new beginning with this being the new beginning. When I think back to my parents and my grandparents and my aunts and uncles and our family friends and all of the goodness and the experience and the wisdom and the mentoring and the discipleship that they poured into me, it seems to me that I would not want to go back to the beginning where everybody else started from, but that I would want to say, wow, what a rich heritage. This is an incredible foundation, and I want to make this the beginning to move forward for my children, for my grandchildren. That, to me, is the ultimate reset, is where we take this place that we're at and we pull all of the good and we let go and release anything that is not helpful or useful and say, hey, today, fresh start. Where are we going from here with what we have, and how can we turn this into something amazing? So stop, unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, breathe, and start to imagine the future. Heart, soul, mind, strength. These are 4 pillars of thriving. When we have one of these doing well and the other 3 lagging behind, the one is often not powerful enough to drag the others along. And if it can for a short period of time, it's again not sustainable. We need these 4 pieces to work in harmony together, to be the cogs in our wheel. And so this month, we're going to break down our 4 sessions into these 4 pillars. This week, week number 1, we're going to focus on the heart. From a soft heart flows great strength. The heart can be the physical heart of the body. It can be the symbolic heart that is the core of our passion. It can be the heart is the home. There are so many interesting perspectives to take on heart. But we do know that the heart flows life into the rest of our being, either literally or figuratively. This is the source of passion. And this is the foundation of relationships. How we think about and spend money reveals our heart state. And this is evident in the financial destruction and dysfunction, evidencing shame, fear, poverty mentality, entitlement, pride, self-involvement, bitterness. When I take a look at a financial situation for somebody and do an assessment, I can read these heart states or these symptoms of heart state very often in the financial statements. Isn't that interesting? But when a heart is whole and thriving, our finances, our life, our relationships benefit from generosity, enthusiasm, balance, and courage. I liked this beautiful piece that demonstrated the benefits of a happy and healthy heart, of a whole heart, of a functioning heart, of a strong, resilient heart. Let us all light one another's way. Because when your heart is well, it supports life through all of these aspects and becomes a beacon for those around us. We can make new friends who make us smile, and we can engage in new activities which inspire joy. What a great way to reset is to say, wow, these are some new things, some new experiences, some new people. I choose to make space and priority for them in my life. Now, there are times we have experiences and we enjoy them and then they move on. But there are times where we have the opportunity and recognize the power of a reset, of saying, this is valuable. I need to make this part of the new foundation to move forward from. Often it breathes new life into all the other areas of our existence as well. If I have one new relationship of somebody that encourages me and motivates me, inspires me, or if I have one new relationship that's a safe haven when I'm sad, that will share in my sorrows, that will comfort me, that will allow me the freedom to be ugly, the lesser version of myself that I don't want to share with other people. If I have somebody who gives me a safe space to do that and then helps usher me out of that back into my best self, wow, can that be a life changer? The emotional intelligence and well-being that is drawn from that, the refreshing of the heart that comes from that. I think that's sometimes worth doing a reset for. And saying, this is powerful in my life. This is powerful for the well-being of my heart. I need to reset there. Sometimes when God takes us through a journey or a learning experience, we have the opportunity to really change our heart state and say, this is the heart that I want to thrive and flourish and grow and nurture. I need to reset with this lesson built into my foundation. Sometimes the people around us in our lives or the circumstances in our life are just changing so quickly. That may have been your COVID experience, that everything just changed and then it changed again and it changed again. That is disrupting. We as human beings, we can cope with some of that, but it is stressful and it is straining on our resources and it is unsettling to our minds and it can disrupt our heart. An irregular heartbeat. Do you know someone with an irregular heartbeat? Probably. It's not common, but it's also not uncommon. And an irregular heartbeat affects heart health. And it doesn't destroy your health, but it definitely impacts energy levels. It impacts some activities. And that's what can happen with disruptions in our lives and changes in our lives. We can have that irregular heartbeat. And when that happens, we can sink into those relationships that are our anchor, soaking in their refreshing and their familiarity. Sometimes that reset is going back to what is stable in our lives, going back to those relationships that are stable, to allow our heart to really settle on something solid and just reset there. Those are precious relationships. And if you have them, appreciate them and utilize them. The other time sometimes we need to do a reset is when we take a tumble. We can take time to heal and lick our wounds, resting in a safe space where we are nurtured. Take a licking and keep on ticking. Sure, that's resilience. Sometimes in order to take a licking and keep on ticking, we need to take a licking and then stop and lick our wounds. We need to sometimes reset. We need to sometimes assess the damage, do some triage, maybe to have some care. The best thing we can do for a sprained or strained ligament or ankle is to rest it. It does not heal when we just keep going. In fact, it can do irreparable damage. And so being wise to recognize when our heart has taken a hit, that we don't just tell it to pull up its pants and put on its big girl panties and keep going. There is a time and a place, but when our heart has been wounded, that is not the time. That is not the place. That is the opportunity to reset, to go in and find what's still working, to assess what isn't, what's broken, what's been wounded or damaged, to repair, to restore. All of these start with that R-E. To reset. Honor your heart. Recognize its power and give it the opportunity to become whole again. So we've targeted on the heart and those three opportunities. Number one, for new things that we want to reset with a new plateau, to reestablish on our stable foundation that's there, and then to heal and restore when things are broken. Those are three powerful opportunities to reset. When we don't take those opportunities, we find ourselves often functioning either with a victim mentality, or we can find ourselves functioning in a very unstable base, which oddly enough allows us often to topple. And then we end up back at this slide where we end up wounded because we didn't take a time to reset and establish that solid foundation. And to embrace new things. Next week, we're going to talk about the soul. Because once our heart is whole and established, it feeds our soul. So this week, as we think about let us all light one another's way, I'd encourage you to grab out a journal, spend some time in contemplation, to invest some energy and time into intentional rest. Poke around your heart and see, are there areas where maybe it's stagnating and you need to infuse something new? Is there area there that feels a little wobbly, maybe you overextended and you need to draw back? Or is there an area that's tender and you need to take time and heal? And as you invest your energy into resting and noticing your body, noticing your heart state, noticing where you are at, I'd encourage you to bring gentleness and kindness and patience and tolerance to whatever it is that you find. Put the brakes on, not rush ahead, but take this opportunity in the month of July as we see the world around us breathing in new life and being joyful in its expression of color and scents, and draw from that to nourish your heart and reset in this new space. I'm going to be putting out a roundtable discussion on reset that I was so excited to do last night with three of my friends. Two of the ladies are financial advisors. They're getting into this industry and are such a blessing and are going to be such a blessing to their clients. And the third lady was just a God gift to me. And I met her during a course this winter and our souls just resonated. And she was somebody who I knew was somebody that I needed to reset with and make space and priority for her in my life. because she brought joy to my heart and a smile to my face. And I just want to share some of the blessing and the benefit that she was as we talk with these three ladies, and how to reassess what reset maybe looks like for you in your life, and how to maybe incorporate some of these into your daily life. So we don't need to do big resets. Maybe we can do more small resets. Have a watch for that. It's going to be coming out probably Thursday of this week, and it's going to be called the Roundtable Discussion, and I hope you get a lot out of it. Again, you can always reach out to me on either Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, my webpage, email, or by phone.